7 days ago, you pressed play on day 1. You didn't know what shadowing was. You didn't know what this challenge would feel like. You just showed up. And today, 7 days later, you are still here. That is not a small thing. That is a week of your voice working, a week of your brain building, a week of choosing your English over everything else that asked for your time. Today, we celebrate that. And then, we push further than we've ever gone. This is day 7, the week 1 finale, your longest and richest shadowing session yet. Let's go. Hello and welcome back to the Porchlight English, the podcast that has been with you every single day this week. I'm Amanda.
And I'm Ryan. And day 7, a full week. Let's take one moment to actually feel that. 7 days of practice, 7 episodes, 7 times you chose to open your mouth and speak English. That consistency, that daily contact with the language, is what separates people who improve from people who stay stuck.
Today's session is special. It's a week 1 finale episode, which means we're doing 3 things. First, a quick recap of every major phrase and skill we built this week. Second, our longest, most natural conversation yet for you to shadow fully. Third, a challenge that asks you to do something you haven't done yet. Something a little scary. Something that will move your English forward in a real way.
Please follow or subscribe to the Porchlight English. New episode every day. Week 2 begins tomorrow. Today, we finish week 1 strong.
Let's walk through what this week gave you. Shadow each phrase as we say it. This is a review, but also more practice.
Day 1. Shadowing fundamentals, the technique itself. Say it out loud. Don't stop. Stay in the flow. I am learning English every single day. I am not afraid to make mistakes. Today I choose to keep going. Day 2. Emotional shadowing. Storytelling rhythm. Progress is often quiet. It happens in small moments you don't even notice. Some days are harder than others, but I keep going. It is already on its way. Day 3. Greetings and small talk. Hey, how are you doing today? Really good to see you. Not bad at all. Pretty good. How about you? It's such a beautiful day today, isn't it? Day 4. Describing people. She's the kind of person who always makes you feel welcome. One thing I really admire about him is how patient he is. We're quite different, but we balance each other out really well. Day 5. Extended conversation shadowing. I didn't want to do it. I wanted to already know how to do it. Consistent, unglamorous practice. Nothing else. The boring middle is where it really happens. Day 6. Hobbies and interests. I've become quite obsessed with it. I find it genuinely meditative. I completely lose track of time when I'm doing it. The practice of doing it is the point, not the result.
30 phrases. 30 moments of your mouth working. Every one of those is now slightly more yours than it was a week ago. That is what 7 days of shadowing does.
Now, the main event. A full, extended conversation. No pauses for explanation. No breaks for instruction. Just a real, natural conversation, beginning to end. Your job is to shadow your chosen role throughout. We'll tell you before we begin which role to shadow.
You are going to shadow Ryan. Every line he says, say it right behind him. Full voice. Stay in the flow. If you miss something, don't stop. Keep going and catch the next one. The topic? 2 old friends catching up over coffee after not seeing each other for a year. Amanda's lines give you a breath between. Oh my goodness, look at you. It has been absolutely ages. You look well.
Ha, thank you. You do too. More than well, actually. You look genuinely happy. Something's different. Ha, thank you. You do too. More than well, actually. You look genuinely happy. Something's different.
Is it that obvious? A lot has changed this year. A lot.
Good changes? Tell me everything. We've got, what, an hour? Two? I'm not in a rush. Good changes? Tell me everything. We've got, what, an hour? Two? I'm not in a rush.
Let's order first. I need tea before I can properly talk.
Same. Always. Could we get 2 teas, please? 1 milk, 1 without. And maybe a slice of whatever cake you'd recommend. Okay, go. Good changes. Same. Always. Could we get 2 teas, please? 1 milk, 1 without. And maybe a slice of whatever cake you'd recommend. Okay, go. Good changes.
Okay, so I left my job. The big corporate one I'd been in for 6 years.
Wait, really? The one you always described as comfortable but soul-draining? Wait, really? The one you always described as comfortable but soul-draining?
That exact one. I handed in my notice in March, and I haven't looked back.
That is massive. How did it feel? In the moment. That is massive. How did it feel? In the moment.
Terrifying. And then immediately, like putting down a bag I hadn't realized I'd been carrying.
That's such a perfect description. A bag you didn't realize you'd been carrying. That's such a perfect description. A bag you didn't realize you'd been carrying.
What have you been up to? Last time we spoke, you were thinking about moving.
I did move. Finally. Got a little flat on my own. First time living completely alone. I was convinced I'd hate it. Turns out, I love it. I did move. Finally. Got a little flat on my own. First time living completely alone. I was convinced I'd hate it. Turns out, I love it.
Really? What do you love about it?
The quiet. The fact that nothing moves unless I move it. The ability to eat cereal for dinner at 10 at night and answer to absolutely no one. It's deeply peaceful. The quiet. The fact that nothing moves unless I move it. The ability to eat cereal for dinner at 10 at night and answer to absolutely no one. It's deeply peaceful.
You sound like a person who has found their natural habitat.
Exactly what it feels like. Though I do miss the company sometimes. Living alone has a particular kind of silence that you don't quite expect. It's mostly good silence, but occasionally, just occasionally, it's a bit much. Exactly what it feels like. Though I do miss the company sometimes. Living alone has a particular kind of silence that you don't quite expect. It's mostly good silence, but occasionally, just occasionally, it's a bit much.
That's honest. How do you handle those moments?
I ring people, old friends mostly. Or I go and sit in a coffee shop, like this one actually, and just be around people without having to talk to them. The background hum of other people living their lives. It's surprisingly comforting. I ring people, old friends mostly. Or I go and sit in a coffee shop, like this one actually, and just be around people without having to talk to them. The background hum of other people living their lives. It's surprisingly comforting.
Oh, look at that. Good choice.
I have excellent cake instincts. It's my most reliable skill. I have excellent cake instincts. It's my most reliable skill.
I've missed you. Genuinely. This year has been a bit much, and I've thought about this conversation a lot.
Same. And I want to hear everything. The job, what you're doing now, how you're actually doing. Not the I'm fine version, the real one. Same. And I want to hear everything. The job, what you're doing now, how you're actually doing. Not the I'm fine version, the real one.
The real one. Okay. It's been a hard year, but also the most honest year I've had in a long time. And I think I needed the hard to get to the honest.
That makes complete sense. And I think that's what looking well means, actually. Not happy in a simple way. Honest. Real. Present. That makes complete sense. And I think that's what looking well means, actually. Not happy in a simple way. Honest. Real. Present.
And scene. How did that feel? A full, natural conversation. Real rhythm, real feeling. No artificial pauses. Play it again from the beginning if you want. And this time, try to be even closer to Ryan's voice. Match his pace, his warmth, his pauses. The more you shadow a natural voice, the more natural your own voice becomes.
Let's pull out the most useful expressions from that conversation. Shadow each one. You look genuinely happy. Something's different. I'm not in a rush. We've got all the time we need. Like putting down a bag I hadn't realized I'd been carrying. I was convinced I'd hate it. Turns out I love it. The background hum of other people living their lives. Not the I'm fine version. The real one. The most honest year I've had in a long time. Not happy in a simple way. Honest. Real. Present.
Notice how specific those phrases are. The background hum of other people living their lives. That's not general English. That's precise, vivid, real English. The kind that makes people stop and say, that's exactly it. That's what we're building toward.
Okay, the special challenge I mentioned at the beginning. And yes, this one requires something extra.
The Week 1 Challenge. Record yourself. Take your phone. Open a voice memo app or any recording app. And speak for 1 minute in English. About anything. Your week, your hobby, someone you know, what today felt like. 1 minute. Out loud. Recorded.
I know what some of you are feeling right now. The resistance. The I'm not ready for that yet. The voice that says, wait until your English is better. Here's what I want to say to that voice. Your English is better. Right now. Today. Better than it was 7 days ago. The recording will prove it.
You don't have to share the recording with anyone. Keep it entirely private if you want. But listen back to it. Hear your own voice speaking English. And notice, your voice sounds different than it did a week ago. Maybe slightly, maybe a lot, but different, and in the right direction.
And if you want to share it, if you want to leave a short voice message in the comments or send it somewhere, we would be honored to hear it. Genuinely. Your progress is something worth sharing.
1 minute, in English, recorded. That's the Week 1 challenge. Do it before day 8, today if possible.
One final shadowing session before we close Week 1. Amanda is going to reflect on the week, speaking directly to you. Shadow her the whole way through. 7 days ago, you began something. You didn't know exactly what you were starting. You just pressed play. And now, 7 days later, something has changed. Your ear is sharper than it was. Your mouth is more comfortable with English sounds. Your brain has more phrases ready to use. You might not feel that yet, but it's there. Built quietly, day by day, through the unglamorous work of showing up. I want you to know something. Every person who has ever become fluent in a second language went through exactly this. Day 7. Still here. Still practicing. Wondering if it's working. Not sure yet. Keep going. Because day 14 looks different from day 7. And day 30 looks like nothing you can imagine from here. You are in the middle. And the middle is exactly where the work happens. The middle is where you become. So, keep the light on. We will see you tomorrow for day 8, week 2. A new week, a new level. And you, exactly as you are ready for it. Say that last section one more time. You are in the middle. And the middle is where the work happens. The middle is where you become. Let those words land, because they're true. For your English, right now.
Week 1, complete. 7 days, 7 episodes, hundreds of sentences spoken out loud.
Here's what you built this week. The shadowing habit, the willingness to speak, confidence language, people language, hobby language, emotional storytelling, extended natural conversation, and the ability to follow a real voice in real time.
That is not nothing. That is a week of real work. Please follow or subscribe to the Porchlight English so week 2 arrives automatically. New episode tomorrow. Day 8, week 2 begins.
And complete the week 1 challenge before then. Record yourself speaking for 1 minute. 1 minute. You can do that. In fact, you already can. You've been doing it all week.
From the Porchlight English, you have done something wonderful this week. Keep the light on. We will see you tomorrow for day 8.
Bye for now. And well done. Genuinely.